Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the physical Goku youth and his performance in the Ultimate Red Zone versus Broly. Now, I think Goku's a pretty good Ultimate Red Zone performer. I think he's a pretty good unit in most content. If I'm being honest, Goku's pretty damn good. Even at 55%, he's just one of those units that cleans up super duper nicely. So Goku, very solid. DB Saga Youth or Exploding Rage category lead. Obviously that's not too bad actually if you think about it. Exploding Rage needed a new lead, definitely. And Goku himself has the distinct privilege of being on movie heroes. So being on pretty much one of the best categories in the game. He's also on Bond the Parent and Child, which is also a very strong category. He's on Kamehameha, Pure Saiyans. So Goku's on like the whole cabal of amazing categories in Dokkan that will constantly be strengthened, constantly be improved, constantly be buffed. You know, Pure Saiyans will get buffs every now and then. Movie heroes will get buffs. Goku himself being on Bond the Parent and Child, it's a category that's constantly getting new units added to it. So, yeah, honestly speaking, Goku is really solid from that kind of perspective. In terms of Red Zone, I think his best role is as a second slot unit or as a floater. If you have a Rainbow Goku, you could potentially run him as a first slot tank, just depending a little bit on when you get supered. See, because Goku's defense gets very high, like very high after he supers, which is great, of course. But the thing is look, his defense before super is not bad in any way, shape, or form. We're talking about a unit that can hit 350k at 55% with 28% damage reduction. But the thing is he is technically not a first slot tank, at least not at 55%. I think Rainbow Goku could potentially be there with enough orbs, but I don't think that's really where you want to still use him. I do think a second slot unit's definitely really good. He works great alongside this physical LR Gohan. They do a great job together because he creates orbs, which is huge for Gohan. They share 3 links as well, which is good, all in the family, Kamehameha, and also Fierce Battle. And yeah, they just have great synergy as well. Gohan himself is also on Exploding... No, he's not on Exploding Rage. He's not on Exploding Rage. Yeah, he's not on Exploding Rage. No, he is on Exploding Rage. So, that's a very big boost to Gohan. To cut a long story short, yeah, pretty solid. Obviously, yeah, Goku's not a support for Exploding Rage, which is the only shame, I think. I think they really should have given him DB Saga Youth or Exploding Rage category support. Just made him go super ham. Gohan would have looked absolutely insane alongside this Goku, which would have been really awesome. But nonetheless, there's lots of options to run Goku with. His link set's pretty malleable, as we discussed in the review video. His link sets decently work around the bull. Like, you've got All in the Family, you've got Fierce Battle, you've got Kamehameha, which are your common links. The rest are not too great, but because he creates rainbow orbs, it's, fairly consistent. In terms of his DB Saga team, I do think you need AGL Hachan if you're looking to run the DB Saga team in Red Zone. I think without Hachan, you do lack 1 or 2 crucial pieces. Some of the units are really good, don't get me wrong, especially with the Int Goku EZA coming out. There's a lot of great units. But without AGL Hachan, you do lack a pseudo first slot tank, which does cause a little bit of problems, at least for me, Overall though, I think for the most part, Goku looks really good. Obviously a big factor will be how he does in this stage. against Broly. So how will he do against Broly in this phase? I thought we'd pop a Whis just to get an idea at first of how he does with an item, because a lot of people will, if they're looking to beat Broly, use an item at this stage because of a couple of reasons, but one of the main ones being the fact that he does an AoE attack, so it's always difficult to have a team that's perfectly set up to not take damage during this AoE phase, which is pretty big. I think Goku is a unit that, with the right number of orbs, will be able to tank pretty much anything when we look at like Broly, especially with an item. Like, he should be fine. Gohan with the key nullification, 160k for Goku, is not so bad. We didn't get a lot of orbs. Goku hasn't managed to get as many rainbow orbs as you'd like, and one more rainbow orb and 2 more orbs completely changes how Goku tanks that attack. So it is obviously, not to make excuses, 160k is still pretty good at 55%. Yes, it was an item active, but this is a very tough stage for physical units. So I think personally, honestly, Goku's just really, really good. Like, I just find that he looks really solid. And so good in so many situations. He's good as a floater, he's good as a second slot unit with enough dupes. You can even run him as an emergency tank in certain situations. He's just got it all going on. He's just got it all going on. So Goku looks really, really tops. I think for me, as someone who's like looking at Red Zone and looking at running units and things like that, and looking at this content and obviously like assessing how good a unit can do, if you were to take Goku as a unit and want to use him to complete Red Zone, Goku would be a very crucial piece to completing Red Zone, especially for players who haven't done it before. Goku is one of those units that can really change up how your team looks. He can really change up how your team functions. He can do some really, really big damage. He can do some fantastic work as well. Here we got 4 rainbow orbs. This is pretty big stuff in terms of his overall performance. And we're going to see here how he tanks a super without damage reduction, which, surprise, surprise, Goku will actually survive. So pretty big stuff from Goku, like pretty good stuff. Obviously very unlucky on the super attacks there, which is okay. But yeah, this is a 55% physical unit surviving strength Broly super attack. That's not unimpressive. Yes, he had 4 rainbow orbs, but I mean, that's not unimpressive. That's incredibly impressive. So yeah, Goku looks hella good. Here we're going to get his active skill. Thought we'd just show it. Look, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed with the voice acting. I think it's was not the best voice lines they could have chosen, considering the source material has one of the best like screams / kamehamehas in, at least for me, in the whole damn show. Like, I freaking love that scene. So yeah, I think it's a little bit disappointing. I think it always is a little bit disappointing when the animations or the voice lines don't necessarily come out at top quality. But yeah, still a good active skill. Gives him crits, which is pretty clutch. 59% crits, which is pretty cool. Always nice for Goku. And here we can see he tanks normals perfectly fine. No item active, no nothing, no anything. All super duper sorted, super duper chilled. Very, very, very solid showing from Goku, which I think is awesome. I think Goku does a really, really exquisite job. And I think he looks very good. I want to say like very, very good. It's very hard to find units that can tank so well in events, and Goku is one of those units. He can tank normals, he can tank super attacks to a certain degree. He's just very, very, very solid. So yeah, I think in general, he's a really, really, really awesome unit. And I don't know, for me, I have a lot of fun with him. I think he's great. I think, if you're looking to use a unit to really kind of bust out, really kind of get success, to beat Red Zone, and you have Goku could be a cornerstone of your team. Now, obviously, leading wise, maybe Exploding Rage can do it, or a cross between Exploding Rage and DB Seekers, but I think he's more a supplementary unit to some of the stronger teams than anything else. Of course, that's not a bad thing, but just to obviously kind of look at that situation and say, okay, well, like, well done, etc. So I think, I think Goku looks pretty good, at least to me. I think he looks great. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I think we've seen everything we need to see from Goku. I think that's awesome. I think he did a great job. But let me know what you guys think, how you think he did, if you think he could have done better. But yeah, that's it from me. Bye.